Hi butterflies, welcome to my garden. Thanks for supporting my channel. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and let's get into the video. Hello everyone, it's your girl Calypso. I'm back again. I'm back again. I'm being silly. Anyway, so this is the part 2 of my Living Stealth versus Living Open series. And in case you don't realize it, my the part 1 is on my channel, so you might want to go back and watch it so that way everything can come together and there's a cohesion in what I'm trying to talk about and send across to you all. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can always be notified every time I post a new upload. So let's just get into it. Now, this is about living open. Now, when it comes to living open, living out and proud as a trans individual, this is more trans-centered in case, this is more trans-centered. So this is living open and living out in your true identity, or being more authentic in your identity as a trans individual, whether a trans man or a trans woman. So living open, basically that speaks for itself. Being out and proud and being out of the closet, I guess. So I'm just gonna start with the cons and then I'll end with the positive. So living open has a lot of drawbacks, but it is worth it. I live open myself. I'm out and proud, and make no mistake, I don't walk around wearing it on a t-shirt saying, oh, I'm trans. But at the same time, it's not something that I deny. Like when the question comes up, yeah, I'm trans, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm trans. What? So, that way it kind of disarms people. So that way they don't really have anything to come up with in terms of discrimination. Like, okay, what are you going to call me? You're going to call me the T word? The F word? Yeah, I'm trans. So what? Come up with something else. Anyway, that brings me to my cons. So the thing about living open is it makes you an easy target for mockery and discrimination. Oh my god, you're gonna get people who, as soon as they find out your T, especially if you don't look quote unquote passable, so as soon as they find out your T, it's always gonna be like a silver bullet that they continuously try to use. Oh, you think you're a woman but you're a man and you can never have a baby, and just people just saying all the dumb stuff that they can come up with, all the things that they can use to weaponize against trans people. It makes you an easy target for that. You're an easy target for discrimination, hate, and in some cases violence, unfortunately, because we're still getting killed out here. We're still getting attacked, and it's just unfortunate, very unfortunate. But that's just the reality of it. So I guess you just have to find a way to navigate through society and be street smart, Be street smart. If you're gonna date somebody, carefully vet them. Carefully vet them before letting them enter your space or just letting them come anywhere near your energy. Most of all, protect that energy. I keep saying, I can't say that enough. Always protect your energy, your mental health, because it's rough out here, man. It's rough out here. So, and then also, living open is sometimes the only option, because not many trans people have the option to go stealth, because again, it goes off. Living stealth is very looks focused. It's very looks focused. It's very beauty focused. Like, it has a lot to do with your looks and the way you present yourself and the way you look. And not everybody's going to be as aesthetically capable of passing and therefore having the option to go stealth if they choose to. Not every trans person has that individual. I'm trying to be as diplomatic and as respectful, so that way it doesn't look like I am discriminating the girls or not sticking up for the girls who are not as visually appealing. Is that a word or is that a thing? But yeah, you get my point. Anyway, so yeah, not many trans people have the option to go stealth, because it all comes down to the way you look. And nowadays with social media and the internet and everything, details of your life and your past life, or your dead name, even your past identity, is much more liable to be reached. There's much more liable to for it to get reached by people, thanks to social media, thanks to the internet, because Google search and whatever, people can just go online and type you in and find a lot of things about you with the click of a simple click of a button. And it's a lot harder to go stealth. So unless you have some kind of way where you can just, unless you have this resources or the ability to go online and wipe everything clean. People do that. Hello, the Kardashians have done it before. Somehow all those unflattering pictures of them mysteriously disappear from the internet. So if you have that resource and you're able to do it, more power to you. But like I said, it's a lot harder, and not everybody has that kind of resource to do it. And yeah, so those, and then you're much more in. When I say discrimination, it also talks about job discrimination, which is why there's a lot of girls who have to resort to unconventional methods of earning a living. And I don't want to go into specifics, but you can see where I'm going with this. So it depends on where you live. Some girls have to resort to doing some illegal activity in order to get by. And can you blame them? What am I supposed to do? Starve to death? Deny myself, or live a lie? Just so that way, or to live a lie, go back to being who I used to be before. Then you hire me, your parents kick you out of home and you're trying to survive. Or you graduate from school and you have the qualifications, but nobody wants to hire you because you're trans. So I don't really blame those girls entirely who resort to unconventional methods of earning a living, because it's rough out there. Like, discrimination is very alive and well, and it's a real thing. So yeah, those are things that I refer to in regards to discrimination as well. And then in terms of I think that's pretty much all I can come up with in regards to the cons, because everything I said is all encompassing. It encompasses different factors and different sectors of a lot of things. And if you know, you know. Now, in terms of the pros of living open, living open helps you, you're more in tune with you have a higher sense of intuition. And what I mean by that is you're more intuitive about spaces. Like, okay, I'm not going in there. That doesn't look like a safe space for me. Like, you're more intuitive about your environment. You're much more observant about your environment. You can see when someone is giving you the evil eye or the stank eye, and you know when it's time to exit the party. You're more intuitive and things like that. And it's easier to know who your real friends are. And it's easier to know who your enemies are. And what I mean by that is, it's easy to know who your friends are in the sense, like, people who don't give a damn about what people have to say about you and your trans identity, and still choose to have you in their lives, and still choose to hang with you and go out and socialize and be seen out in public with you. Those are your real friends, because it's not easy to be a trans woman, and it's not easy to make friends. So when you make friends with somebody who's able to look past all that and still be a part of your life and a part of your journey, that's a real friend. It's easy to separate your friends and your enemies when you're open, because trust me, when I came out, there's a few people that kind of distance themselves from me. There's a few people that don't really associate with me anymore, and you know what? It's for the best. I don't lose sleep over stuff like that, because that way it helps me, like, okay, this person is not my friend and I don't fool with this person anymore. So it's easier for me to see. It gave me a lot of clarity as to who to hang with and who to have in my life, because those people that actually rode with me, those people that actually stuck with me, those are my real friends. Now, those people who completely cut me off and decided to distance themselves from me, yeah, it gave me so much clarity on how to differentiate between the two. Because discrimination is alive and well. So, yeah, I'm trying to be as diplomatic as I can. So when I pause, I am gathering my thoughts so that way I can be as clear and poignant, but I can also be as respectful too. So those are the pros. And trust me, it might not seem like a lot of pros, but it's very helpful in society to know how to navigate, especially when you're living open. It gives you a much more heightened sense of intuition. Yes, that's the word, a heightened sense of intuition. That way, it helps you act accordingly. It helps you navigate and maneuver through the world and survive the best way that you can when you're open, because that way you know what to expect and you know what spaces to go into and what spaces to not go into. You know who's with you and who's against you. So that those are the two those are definitely things that help you navigate. And that way you're a lot more street smart when you're open, honey, because that way you know because that way again you know how to you know how to manipulate the world. You know how to get through situations and make it work for you. By the way, this is because ultimately it's not a one size fits all. Everybody has a different experience. Everybody has an individual experience. I'm just speaking from my experience and sharing my experience, because that way I know how to go through the world and I know how to navigate through everything. Okay. So, yeah, those things help. And it's good to know. It's good to have those things handy. It's good to have those tools, and it's good to have those things to, yeah, help you get through the world, because it's hard out there. It is. And this is not me trying to be a victim. This is just, now, in conclusion of my little living stealth versus living open series, in conclusion, it may not be practical or desirable for trans folks to go stealth. It may not be, especially in 2021. However, it is important, and I can't say this enough, it's important to protect your energy. It's important to protect your mental health and to, nurture your mental health, especially when you're early on in your transition. It's important to, surround yourself with people who have your back, to surround yourself with people who understand your journey and are supportive of your journey. Also, another thing that helps is every now and then it's okay to take a break from social media, because social media can be overwhelming. Social media can be a lot. It's okay to take a break and take a step back and just enjoy the silence and appreciate the silence, and that way you can recharge yourself and recharge your spirit to carry on with life, because life is short. You have to live. You have to just find a way to just live life, So it's okay to take a step back from social media, because social media is not always real life. Because most of the time, most people are on here putting representatives of themselves, showing you that. I saw this post or this meme a while ago, and it says, "We are a sad generation with happy pictures." No truer words have ever been spoken, and that's just the truth. So that's just something to consider. It's okay to take a break and take a breather from social media. And it's okay to visit trans-friendly spaces. Like, it's okay. It might get boring, but at least it's safe. At least it's inclusive. So it's okay to frequent those places, and it's okay, because this just goes back to my previous point of protecting your energy, protecting your mental health, and just protecting your aura. Because you don't want to go into a place where, there's potential danger lurking in the corner. Because let me tell you something, people have been drinking, sometimes they lose all inhibitions and they lose all sense of self, and therefore they go out of hand, especially if they can easily clock you or detect that you're trans. So it's okay to avoid those spaces that have potential danger lurking in the corners or in the shadows. So yeah, again, protect your energy and be safe. These are things to also keep in mind, especially if you don't even possess the option of going stealth, and if you're not quote unquote passable. Keep those things in mind as well, because ultimately you just the one person that you should always be able to depend on is yourself. And that's just my 2 cents on that. Yeah. So this is a little bit more serious, but it's a real thing, and this is just reality. This is real life, and all I can do is just share my opinion, and you make of it what you will. You take whatever it is that resonates with you, and that's it. So thank you for sticking around for my series, my little series, and I hope you're able to pick something from it. And ultimately the choice is yours. Whether you choose to live stealth or you choose to live open, ultimately is yours. It's your choice to make. And whichever one, like I said, I'm not trying to knock one down, but because I understand both sides of the case, of the coin. I see both sides. So this is just me explaining and just educating people on what it is, and speaking my truth and speaking my opinions. So ultimately you take of it what you will, and it is what it is. But thanks for watching my videos, and thanks for supporting me, and I'll see you back again real soon. So protect your energy, spread the love, spread the light, and be kind to one another. Thank you very much. Bye.